everyone. Welcome to In Studio. And look who's next to me, Antoni Porowski. Did I say it right?
Yes, you said it right.
Yes, I nailed it.
No corrections necessary today.
No, I practiced. I'm not going to lie, I practiced. I'm going to speak for the fans and say we are so excited for Season 3. What the heck do you guys have in store for us now?
This is where I have to be careful because I always say things that I'm not supposed to say. Mm-hmm. I said this for Season 2 and it's still very holds true. Inclusivity and diversity continues to be sort of at the center of what we're doing, and we only expand that. More women that we're helping, which is really important just to balance it out so it's not just straight white dudes. Mm-hmm. Not that they don't need our help. Everyone needs help at some point in their lives. But yeah, it's I haven't seen any footage yet. Netflix is super secretive with it, but we hear little rumors. We had our PR team was actually in Tokyo where we were just there for a while filming more episodes.
Okay. Now, is that going to be a part of Season 3?
That is a separate thing from my understanding. Okay. No, Netflix is super. They don't tell us anything.
They just said, put you on a plane and said, go to Tokyo.
We found out the day before when the assets dropped for basically letting us know when Season 3 was going to be dropping. And then we posted this cute little video with Carly Rae Jepsen's new song. So that's when we found out. We basically found out when everybody else did.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I've been hearing that there's going... Well, first of all, where are you guys going this time in Season 3?
So we filmed in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay. Oh, barbecue.
A lot of barbecue. Very Midwestern.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Did you go to local restaurants?
I had there's a barbecue chicken place called Country Chicken, I think that was right near where we were staying. But I do love my burnt ends. It's my favorite part. And I just slather them in barbecue sauce.
Oh, what kind of sides?
I like two types of slaw because they have cabbage, and I'm Polish, and it really lends well to my sensibility. Okay. So I like a nice spicy one with some chili flakes, and then I like a nice creamy one with mayo.
Okay, lots of mayo.
And a kosher pickle on the side, for you need that acidity and that little crunch.
Of course, you can't forget that.
And the one thing I don't understand about barbecue is that they serve it with a slice of white bread that's not toasted.
Right.
Which I don't get, because the barbecue is already really nice and heavy, and if you're having fried chicken, that makes sense. But then white toast bread that's kind of mushy.
I totally agree. I never understood the random white bread on top.
It's overkill.
Yes. Texas toast is different if it was thicker.
If it was thicker and if it was toasted and if it had nice garlicky butter on it, I would understand.
Mm-hmm. Did you address this?
I didn't, because it's I'm in their home and I want to be respectful, right? Okay. So I can talk about it with you now.
It's totally safe.
I really love you, Kansas City. I love everything about you, I swear.
Okay, so I heard that there is a cameo this season.
Yes.
Did you already name drop the person?
No.
Is there a direction you can give us? Great hair?
Fantastic hair.
Okay. Young?
Yes. And
does he have a lot of style?
You said he. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing.
Okay.
I see what you're doing. I'm just not allowed. I really want to say things.
I tried to get you in trouble.
But I think people are really going to be excited.
I tried with direction and style. I tried to see if it was Harry Styles. I can't get it out of him.
Oh. I will say it's not Harry Styles.
Ooh, it's not Harry Styles. Okay.
One down, 50 million to go.
Okay. So you talk about being Polish. I want you to describe each of your cast members in Polish. And translate, please.
No pressure.
No pressure. Don't mess this up.
Jonathan, jeden z moich naprawdę najlepszych koleg. Rano jak wstajemy i jeszcze nie miałem dużo kawy, on bardzo lubi śpiewać. I często jest wściekły, jak ja nie chcę śpiewać z nim. Jonathan is truly one of my best friends.
Aww.
And when we wake up early in the morning for work, and I haven't had a lot of coffee, he loves to sing very loud, and he gets very upset when I don't join him in singing.
Okay. Is it a musical usually, or is it top 40?
Well, so he got mad at me Season 1 in Atlanta, because we were all in the car driving, and he was singing to Canadian icon Celine Dion. And I did this reaction. I sat in the front seat. Usually I sit in the back. And I just did this when he went into a falsetto, and he saw me do the and he took it so personally.
You broke his heart.
I broke his heart. He reminds me to this day. that it's the meanest, it's the cruelest thing anyone has ever done to him.
Oh, man. We're sorry. We're sorry. All right, Kurama. What would you say about him?
Karamo, jak my wszyscy jemy normalne jedzenie na lunch, on bardzo lubi pić Coca-Colę i cukierki. When we're all enjoying breakfast or lunch on or off set, Karamo's diet, this is not a secret because he's very proud of it, consists mainly of Coca-Cola and gummy bears. No, it consists only of Coca-Cola and gummy bears.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he looks like that?
And he looks the way that he does.
Wow.
Yep. And he
no
proudly
words.
and he proudly doesn't exercise. He's got unbelievable genetics.
Wow.
Flawless skin trim.
Yep. Yeah, someone got real lucky. Okay, let's talk about Bobby.
Bobby jest naprawdę nasza mama.
Ooh.
On jest czasami wściekły, jak jesteśmy spóźnieni. Bobby is really our mom.
Okay.
He often gets really pissed off when we're late.
Are you guys late often?
Not but if we're like 5 or 6 minutes late. Jonathan can be a few minutes late because he comes with, hair kit and all of that thing, and he puts a lot of time and effort into his outfits. And then now when we were really jet lagged in Japan, which you have to be punctual in Japan, they really respect the rules out there. And we learned very quickly that you cannot be 5 minutes late. So yeah, Bobby can get a little impatient with us, but it's all from a loving place.
Does the production team kind of cushion your call times then?
Oh, they've started doing that, yeah.
They got smart.
Yeah, they know.
Okay. And last but not least, Tan. Sweet Tan. Let's talk about it.
Mój kochany Tan. Co mogę powiedzieć o nim? On bardzo lubi pain au chocolat. Jak byliśmy w Japonii, on nam powiedział, że gosh, I really don't practice my Polish that often. I'm trying to be eloquent to make my parents proud. But on nam powiedział, że był chory, bo zjadł za dużo croissant i pain au chocolat. I just threw in some French. That was obnoxious. Ale naprawdę był chory, tylko nie chciał nam powiedzieć. Banny, my dear sweet friend, I added Banny just now. I love him so much. When we were in Japan, he posted about this so he wouldn't be like mortified. Maybe he will. We'll see. He got really sick, and he was trying to convince us that it was because he had too many pastries, because the pastries are so incredible in Japan, and he loves pain au chocolat, like a chocolatey croissant or just a fresh croissant. And he was trying to tell us that he got sick from eating too many sweets and pastries. And Jonathan and I just looked at each other and we were like, you don't get sick. You get a tummy ache a little bit, but you don't get sick from eating. And he finally admitted, like 2 days later, he was like, I don't think it was the pastries. And we're like, news to us. What a shock.
Oh my gosh. Well, he needs a newsflash.
It doesn't happen. It's not a thing that exists.
No, sugar. I don't know if sugar can do that to you.
No.
No.
A lot of
I
other
love
things
sugar.
can do that.
Yes, I love sugar too.
You like sugar?
Oh my gosh.
That's like
I
your
love
thing?
Sweet stuff. Chocolate. Chocolate's my vice.
You're a chocolate girl?
Oh yeah.
I'm a cheese guy.
Okay.
I can eat an entire block. I can destroy like the stinky brie de meaux or like a sharp cheddar or whatever it is. I can just, bread, nothing.
Bread?
I cut it in slices and I just eat it. I love
Wine?
cheese. Just cheese.
Just cheese.
Yeah.
Just cheese. Okay.
It doesn't need anything. Okay, maybe some fig spread.
Yes.
I love a fig spread.
But see, if you add fig spread, I'm gonna need the bread now.
Yeah, but if you have bread, then you can't have as much cheese because you get full quicker.
That's true. You need more cheese. What kind of cheese?
I love, there's not a cheese that I've met that I didn't like, except one. Do you want to know super quick? I know like we're limited on time, but okay. So I had this incident when I was 5 years old. I had a piece of bread that my parents left. It was this beautiful loaf, and it had caraway seed in it. And I spread Nutella on it.
Okay.
Nutella and caraway seed are not a duo that should belong together in any world. And I got it, and I got really sick, and I threw up. And so caraway seed since then has been like, what was I?
What about Nutella?
So Nutella, because I love Nutella, chocolate just doesn't go with caraway seed at all.
Right.
And so the only cheese I don't like is there's a Havarti that they make with caraway seed in it. And I still can't do caraway seed.
That's fair.
But every other cheese I'll have.
But you can still have Nutella. That's the most
Oh, I love
important.
Nutella.
Okay.
I straight out of the
just
jar.
needed to know that. You still eat Nutella.
Do you want to know a quick little hack?
Yes, please.
Take a spoon, Nutella, and some crunchy peanut butter, almond butter, scoop them into a little canal, put them in the freezer, and make a sheet of them. And you have like these beautiful little like...
They're like little fudge things.
Yeah,
there.
it's like a little fudge bite thing that's like literally 2 ingredients. And if you want to be fancy, you can crush up. Do you know what a score bar is? It's like
No.
a toffee bar covered in chocolate.
Okay.
Just crush it down and then roll the little ball into it and then put it into the freezer and you have like a homemade little treat.
Guess what I'm doing tonight? Doing that. You guys are all, you and your castmates are navigating this newfound fame kind of together. You know, you mentioned that Bobby's kind of the mom, but have you guys been giving advice to each other along the way?
I think that we're just figuring it out as we go. And the way that I am with like my closest friends, like I think of like my best friend Rima. She's somebody who I can confide in shamelessly and just say like whatever the hell is on my mind and without the fear of being judged, because we're experiencing so many incredible things, but we also get exhausted. We do a lot of press. We work really hard and like we're all working on our other, you know, side projects and hustling. So it's not necessarily a space where we really give each other advice unless we ask for it. I feel like we're all really respectful about it, except Tan with unsolicited fashion advice, or Jonathan with any advice about anything. But basically, like we're there to vent to each other and just like without having to worry about being judged, because we're all going through some way, shape, or form like the same thing. Like we're in it together. We get to experience this really weird thing that nobody wrote a book for on how to navigate. Well, maybe they did, but I just haven't heard of it. And we're just figuring it out as we go. And it's like, and it's so lovely that we have each other to kind of be like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm freaking out, I have like 10 million amazing things going on, but I just want to like cry in my pillow. And they're like, yeah, I did that last night, it's okay.
Oh, that's very sweet. Now, did you always want to do this? Did you always have a passion for food?
I've always had a super obsession for food. I didn't know how strong it was until recently, actually. I had just like connecting with my cousin Maya and my friend Shabana from junior high. I was talking to them and I was like, it's so crazy how this show happened. It's like so weird. I never would have planned it. It doesn't make any sense. And they were like, no, like we used to take, my cousin was telling me, she's like, we took the bus in the morning when we were like 6 or 7 years old, and you would talk about the lunch that you have and the sandwich that your mother made for you and what you were going to be having for dinner that night, and how you went to a restaurant and you wanted to tweak whatever pasta you had to like make it better and like add pine nuts instead of hazelnuts because they're just a little sweeter and they have a smaller bite. Like I've always been obsessed about talking about food. And it's not something that I ever pursued in a professional capacity, but it was always sort of like the undercurrent of everything that I did. Like I was a waiter in a restaurant and a manager and a busboy for 10 years.
Okay, so you know the ins and outs.
I know the ins and outs, and it's always sort of been there while I was auditioning for things as an actor. While I was working as a gallery director, I still work nighttime as a manager at Bond Street Sushi in New York. Like it's always been there. And I worked for Ted Allen as an assistant for 2 years, which is like, that's...
You were set up for this.
I'm not a religious person, but I am spiritual, and I do feel like someone, he was like watching over me and just like guiding me on this path. So then when it finally came about, it was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I think.
You can. You're doing great. You're doing great. Before I let you go, I need to know about the cookbook. When is the cookbook coming out?
I'm so excited for my cookbook. It's a lot more of a personal thing than I thought it was going to be. It's very autobiographical about food that sort of followed me throughout my life. Like I was really ashamed of my Polish heritage growing up, and then as I got older, I realized that my name isn't something that I should be ashamed of, and I was like, never wanted to eat cabbage, never wanted to eat Polish food. Second time I mentioned cabbage in this interview. And now I've like revisited all these recipes that I like love so much and that I'm actually proud of. And it's like food I had as like a broke ass student, and things I get to make now, and things I've learned from the heroes on the show. Anyway, that was a long version of the question, but it comes out this fall, and I'm really excited. Yeah.
And it has a title?
Antoni in the Kitchen.
Antoni in the Kitchen. We can't wait.
I'm really excited for it.
But until then, don't worry. Season 3 of Queer Eye comes out March 15th on Netflix.